If you wanted to, you could get one of 3 train operators to get you between London and Birmingham. It could be London Northwestern Railway, Avanti West Coast or Chiltern Railways. But today we'll be focusing on the 2 operators running on the West Coast Main Line, London Northwestern or Avanti. Which is better?
New TR video just dropped.
Fast as boy. Still fast as
For this video, I have taken 2 journeys to compare. One with London Northwestern Railway from London to Birmingham, and another with Avanti West Coast from Birmingham back down to London. So, I was going to get on board the 0956 London Northwestern Railway service from Euston all the way to Birmingham International, which would call it a few intermediate stops along the way.
Except that didn't quite happen, and the reason is I missed my train. The Northern Line failed on me. Never happened to me before, and I don't know why, but oh well. So I got the next train instead. I got the 10 something, and yeah, the edited version. The editor, myself, will edit it. Smiley face.
So instead, I got the 1023 service to Birmingham New Street, which the only difference it made was an extra stop at Watford Junction, and well, Watford's irrelevant, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, now it's time to review the 2-hour and 10-minute journey up to Birmingham International. Now, as you can see, there's quite a lot of legroom for someone who is average height, and I want to make it clear that is average height. I'm not short, I'm average. Not short, but average. The train also came with an onboard identity crisis available as well, as it can't decide whether it wants to be a London Northwestern Railway train or a West Midlands Railway train. Basically, orange or green.
Next station, Birmingham New Street.
There's also plug sockets available for you to charge your phone so that when you get off the train, you can buy yourself a Tesco meal deal. Or in my case, you can write some very, 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 very important notes on your iPad. There was also Wi-Fi available on board, but let's be honest, the Wi-Fi on trains is never really that good. After giving in my entire life story to London Northwestern Railway, I was finally connected to the internet. I tried to load up a YouTube video and well, as you can see, nothing loaded. I'd say the internet was worse than Nikita Mazepin's Formula 1 career. But to be fair, it is alright for light browsing on the internet, so I guess that's something. Alright, so now let's take a look at the seats. Now the seats themselves, quite comfortable, but I wouldn't really fancy sitting on them for too long. I think for this journey it's fine, so fair enough. However, you might struggle to sleep on these seats because the headrest isn't the best for sleeping on, so if you can sleep very easily, then not really a problem for you. But for some others, you might struggle to sleep. There's also a flippy table thing, and you've also got lights available as well, and a big window. On the journey up, you can also enjoy the wonderful sights of the towns
Watford Junction, Milton Keynes Central, Northampton, Coventry,
and finally there's a dot matrix display and an onboard map to show you where you are and where you're going. So now that's the London Northwestern Railway journey done. I then went to pick up Aaron's car, run a few errands, found this in his seat, and then went around, did my errands, and then returned to Birmingham International for the evening for the journey back home with Avanti West Coast. Now, in comparison to London Northwestern Railway, Avanti West Coast services are much quicker because they call at fewer stops than London Northwestern Railway. In fact, sometimes from Birmingham New Street they call at International, Coventry and then non-stop to London Euston, making them at least an hour quicker on most services. For this journey, I got on board the 1856 Avanti West Coast service from Birmingham International to London.
Except that also didn't happen because I just lost track of time. Simple as.
But once again, I had to get a different train from what I was originally supposed to get, and this time it would affect the journey time as it stopped at a few more stations and it would add around 10 minutes of journey time. So now let's see what the hour and 20-minute journey back down to London was like. So on board you also get the flippy things, but this time they extend and they also feel more firm. So overall I think they're much better than the other ones. There's also a good amount of legroom as well, but the one thing that was annoying is, as you can see, I'm going to start kicking in a second, there it is, that gets in the way sometimes, but other than that, good amount of legroom. And you also get a charger located beneath you with a conventional plug socket and a USB-A socket as well. So after plugging my phone in, I decided to look around at the rest of the features that are available with your seat. Now instead of getting a big window, you get a small window, but it comes with a blind, so if it's daytime and the sun is absolutely blinding you, you can just bring the blind down. The trains that Avanti West Coast have also have the ability to tilt, meaning it can take bends at much faster speeds, resulting in decreased journey times. With your seat, you get a dedicated light. There's also a reservation system on board which you can reserve your seat well in advance to your journey, and you also get a coat hanger. Now as for the seats, they were a lot more firm compared to London Northwestern, and to be honest, I don't think I'd like to sit on these seats for a long journey. Again, for this kind of journey it was okay, but the one major benefit is that it's got winged headrests, so you can sleep on it quite easily as you can rest your head on it. Now, as I was completely knackered, and I'm a complete idiot, but we'll brush past that, I forgot to test out the internet on board, but to be honest, I highly doubt it's any different from London Northwestern Railway. It's probably good for light browsing, and that's just about it. So now that the two journeys are completed, it's now time to compare the two. We'll be comparing comfort, features, pricing, punctuality, and speed. So let's begin by talking about comfort. Well, the comfort on London Northwestern Railway is better than Avanti West Coast because London Northwestern Railway has much comfier seats and it feels much more spacious, whereas Avanti West Coast feels slightly more cramped and the seats are a lot more firm and feel more like an ironing board than an actual seat, to be honest. Hence, London Northwestern 1, Avanti 0. So how about the features then? Well, as well as the features mentioned for both Avanti and London Northwestern earlier, Avanti also has an onboard cafe available if you're feeling peckish, so you can get yourself a snack or a meal if you wanted to, or maybe even a hot drink, it's up to you. On this one, I think Avanti West Coast wins because they have more to offer in general compared to London Northwestern Railway. And now for pricing. To compare the two, we'll be looking at tickets that are available for a week in advance for a journey around the same time on both operators. So for a single journey from London Euston to Birmingham New Street, London Northwestern Railway offers a minimum of £20 and any other tickets available were around £25, whereas Avanti West Coast offers... Yeah, I think you could tell who's winning that one. What about punctuality? Well, the punctuality between the two operators varies. However, in the previous years, it seems London Northwestern Railway has performed a lot better than Avanti West Coast. Last year, Avanti West Coast had 9.1% of their services cancelled and only 40.8% of them arrived on time. Whereas London Northwestern only had 4.3% of their services cancelled and 58.5% of their services arrive on time. Meaning London Northwestern Railway has much better punctuality. And finally, last but not least, the speed. As for London Northwestern Railway, the journey times can vary between 2 hours and 18 minutes and 2 hours and 52 minutes, whereas Avanti West Coast's journey time can vary between 1 hour and 16 minutes and 2 hours and 7 minutes. So in this case, Avanti West Coast wins for speed. So pretty much in conclusion, overall London Northwestern Railway is the better operator to take up to Birmingham. However, if you're someone who prefers speed and efficiency, you're better off taking Avanti West Coast, provided you might have a sore bottom at the end. Anyways, hope that helped. See you guys around. Peace!